like I said, if you're putting in the effort daily to grow and be consistent, you're fine. Have patience with yourself. Give yourself grace. You deserve it. Hello. Hi. I'm chilling with Broski right now. He's skateboarding. Where'd he go? Skateboarding. Yeah, I just thought today would be the perfect day to make this video. Welcome if this is your first time, and welcome back. Thank you so much for visiting, and let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about how to be more at peace. These are from life experiences and the journey that I'm on now. This is where I've got this information from, and also just reading books, meditating, journaling, and listening to my intuition and discernment. This is what being self-aware has taught me, as far as, I hope y'all can hear me. Let me see. Okay, it's super windy, but we're gonna try to speak loud and then skip the windy parts. Okay. So for me, I came up with 5 things that I truly feel helps someone get to a point of being at peace and truly learning how to continually maintain the peace that they're looking for. So I have: develop more self-control, learn how to shift your perspective, develop more patience for yourself and others, be compassionate, and learning how to have balance. Those are the 5 things that I want to focus on, and those are the 5 things that I truly feel can help someone learn how to develop, peace and maintain peace. So for the first one, which is develop more self-control. So an example of developing more self-control is practicing having patience in daily situations where you normally would, lose your temper. Things like that helps you and also shows you that you're able to have self-control. And the more you put effort into practicing that, the easier it becomes. When you have self-control, that also means you're more capable of having control of your emotions as well. And emotional stability is a very easy way to learn how to maintain peace. Once you truly learn how to balance logic with your feelings, it's very easy to gain emotional stability. One thing to also be aware of when you're developing self-control is your reaction. There might be a point in time where you regret how you reacted to a certain situation, and it's because of your lack of self-control. So use that as an example and use that as encouragement for you to gain more control of your reaction, because that is also a part of developing self-control, is making sure your reaction is appropriate, respectful, and necessary. If it's unnecessary and it's out of ego and spite, you wouldn't necessarily want that part of you to come out. So that's also something to keep in mind when developing more self-control. I feel like this wind is just going crazy right now. I need to get a mic. Yeah. The second one, learn how to shift your perspective. What that looks like is when you're in a situation where it's easy to focus on the negative of things, you still somehow find a way to find the positive outlook on the situation. That's practicing shifting your perspective. Being able to shift your perspective, I really feel, is such a superpower, because throughout life you're always going to be, hit with challenges and encounter adversities, but it's how you react, which is about that self-control, and then how you look at things, your perspective on things. Are you going to decide to see the lesson in the situation, or are you just going to moan and cry and ask for pity and woe is me? Okay. Another reason why I truly value shifting your perspective is because it allows you to see things from different angles. For me personally, I like the fact that I'm able to truly see some things from other people's point of view and actually be understanding about it. With maintaining peace, the ability to shift your perspective and look at things from a more positive perspective, or just the ability to shift your perspective so that you're more understanding is a plus, definitely. So for number 3, I have develop more patience for yourself. This is something that I struggle with because I know my potential, and I was raised with parents who often told me what I'm capable of. Sometimes it's hard for me to not be hard on myself. It's hard for me not to give myself grace when it is needed. So that is something I'm working on. And it also helps when you tame that voice inside your head. It helps you silence the noise and gives you a peaceful environment, gives your mental state a peaceful environment to grow and evolve in, if that makes sense. As long as you're trying, as long as you're genuinely putting in the efforts you need to do to grow and evolve, you're fine. You know, you're okay. Consistency and effort is what matters. Allow yourself to find peace in your effort. Be proud of your consistency. That is one thing, especially like as a content creator, it's so necessary that you take time to look at how consistent you've been. Look at what you've developed. Look at what you've done so far and be proud of that. There are so many points where I just have to sit back and be like, I'm doing what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to make fitness content. I'm doing that. I said I was going to focus on more on my YouTube channel. I'm doing that. I said I was going to have better eating habits. I'm doing that. I said I was going to be more organized with my future plans. I'm doing that. I said I was going to make better financial decisions. I'm doing that. So speaking it into existence and then taking the time out to give yourself gratitude and be proud of the consistency and the work that you're putting in, that helps you not be so hard on yourself, and it just helps you develop more patience. You need that when you're in a place where you're trying, you're craving peace, you want a more peaceful environment for yourself and for your mental state. You need to have grace for yourself, be patient with yourself, because that is something else that I know a lot of people struggle with, is silencing the critics in our head, which can be challenging at times. But like I said, if you're putting in the effort daily to grow and be consistent, you're fine. Have patience with yourself. Give yourself grace. You deserve it. The 4th thing you need to do is be compassionate. When you're put in a situation where God wants you to put your pride aside, put your ego aside, and have compassion, that's when you're practicing it. When you're able to put your pride aside and truly find space in your heart to develop compassion for someone, that's beautiful. And that leaves space for peace. That leaves space for stillness and love. And that is how you get closer to peace. That's how you get closer to maintaining peace. That's how you get closer to developing self-control. That's how you get closer to not allowing your ego to take the wheel all of the time in certain situations where you don't necessarily have to. When someone is compassionate, they don't allow negativity to block their judgment, but instead they use their heart to develop empathy, which I would consider this specifically the more mature side of learning how to maintain peace. It's developing the maturity enough to truly see somebody for who they are, and being able to see yourself in someone is so beautiful, and it allows us to connect as humans in a beautiful way. When compassion is present, forgiveness is near. And forgiveness definitely leads to peace, because you're no longer holding on to a grudge. You're no longer, low-key wishing negativity onto somebody, because you've truly released the negative energy that was developed within you all's relationship. And that is beautiful as well. And let me say this, you also can forgive somebody and still withhold your presence, because that is what was taken advantage of. That is completely okay. But it's up to you to truly forgive and let go and wish the best for that person. That is a part of compassion, and that is a part of maintaining peace. You cannot truly maintain peace if you're holding on to negative energy. You cannot. And when I'm talking about balance, I mean as far as your mental and spiritual health, your social life, your physical life, what you consume, whether that's social media or what you eat, and then your boundaries within relationships, just making sure you truly put in effort to create balance within your life in all aspects. It can cause you to be inconsistent as well. Because of that imbalance, you're not able to manage properly, and you can, start to get unorganized, which can lead to discouragement. You have more balance with your work life, home life, social life, and your spiritual and mental wellness. You are creating a great environment for peace to evolve in your life. The effort that you put into maintaining balance in your life will contribute to the productivity of your well-being. For all of the other topics that I've talked about previously, this last one specifically I'm still working on, and I just wanted to mention that so people, I'm not here providing this information saying that I'm perfect and I already have it figured out. No, I'm getting answers to questions I didn't know I had. I am getting solutions for problems I didn't know I had. So it's a beautiful experience to go through, and balance is what I'm working on currently right now. If you want to obtain peace, you need to develop more self-control, learn how to shift your perspective, develop more patience for yourself, be compassionate, and learn how to find balance. When things are starting to feel uneasy, disorganized, and out of control, remember these steps when seeking peace. Remember that I need to have self-control so I know how to react to the situation and I can develop really good emotional stability. Remember that I need to learn how to shift my perspective so I can be more understanding to others and towards myself. Remember that you need to develop more patience for yourself. Remember that you're just one person and you're trying daily. Remember to leave space in your heart for love and understanding. Once you've truly gotten to a point where you understand where these steps can fit into your life, I guarantee that you will just start to feel at ease. You will start to feel a relief. You will start to feel a breath of fresh air because, first of all, you're putting energy and effort into your well-being, into your betterment. But not only that, but you are truly welcoming peace into your life and creating a beautiful spiritual and mental environment for it to rest and prosper. So I really hope this video was encouraging, educating, and I hope this helps you understand your relationship with peace too. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Stay tuned for more videos like this, me providing encouragement about your mental wellness and spiritual wellness, and just character development as well. So please stay tuned for my consistency to really truly see my vision with this channel and just to see my growth and evolution. And I hope as you're joining me on my journey of growth and evolution that I'm encouraging you to do the same with your character development and your growth and your own evolution and self-awareness and things of that nature. But okay, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.